Hey family. Hey family. Hey family. Hey family. How y'all doing? Hey, look, hey. I ain't seen you. That's the country. I ain't seen you. I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been? Where you been? Where you been hiding? I ain't seen you. Say, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. She's still here. She's still here. She's still here. She's still here. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Listen, we are getting into it. It's your girl. Yeah, Michelle Franklin. Michelle Allen Franklin. Michelle D.I. Miss Community Builder. Y'all know who I am out in these cyber streets, in these internet streets, out in the streets, out in the world. Girl, I'm here. Wherever you at. That's where I am, honey. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Why? Miss Community Builder here, honey, bringing you the good information, bringing you the good things that you need. Honey. Some things that you want, mostly the things that you need. Yes, things you need for your mind, your body, and your spirit, honey, and your emotions. That's what we're doing today. So we are continuing our self-care challenge. Have you started taking better care of yourself? I'm listening. What? What that happened was? Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, stop. Stop that. Stop making excuses. You have 15 minutes. You have 15 minutes to take care of yourself, honey. You got to start choosing you. Yeah, that's what Reflections Choosing Me Guilt-Free is all about. Choosing you guilt-free. You know why? You've been taking care of everybody else. Time for you to take care of yourself, honey. Yeah, because we want you to be around. Yeah, I want you to be around healthy, happy, whole, honey, not just existing, right? That's what we want. We want to come out of existing, just going day to day, going, being, doing, going to work, going out, going to take care of the kids, take care of the wife, doing it over again. Okay. Yeah, that's where we at. And your girl gave you the good information. Last Sunday. Yeah, when we started this challenge. Stress, boo, is the number one killer. We can't have you stressed out. You got to take a minute. You have to. And that's okay. That's okay. So your girl has given you 15 steps each and every day, how you can take care of your mind, your body, your spirit. And today, baby, we are jumping right into emotions, okay? Now, everybody know what the mind is. Everybody know what the body is. Everybody know what the spirit is. But let me just get into these emotions. Let me tell you what these emotions are now. This is according to the American Psychological Association, honey. We going deep. Yeah. Let me just put a pin in there. Your girl just don't be giving you information. I give you information. This is all evidence-based, researched. Yeah. We ain't playing. Just in case you didn't know. All right. Emotions. Yes. Emotions are conscious, sometimes subconscious. Mental reactions that are experienced as strong feelings, usually directed toward a specific object, maybe a specific person, typically accompanied by physiological and behavioral changes in the body. This is why this is important. Did you hear me say physiological and behavioral changes in the body? What does that mean? It means that if you don't have control of your emotions, baby, your emotions will have control of you. Let me say it again for people in the back. I said, if you don't have control of your emotions, that's the anger, the fear, the doubt, the negative self. If you don't have control of your emotions, then your emotions will have control of you. And how many of us know that if you allow stress, fear, anxiety, panic to chronically stay in your body for long periods of time. Fear, it's a good thing when it's like fight or flight, real quick. You need it in a quick instance. Oh my God, somebody's been in a car accident, something happened. You need to respond quickly. You need that fight or flight to kick in. But for people that allow their emotions, that allow things to stay on them for extended periods of time, too much of anything is not good. Okay? So these are reasons why it is important to take care of your emotions, honey. 15 reasons. Why is it important to take care of your emotions? Now, your emotions play a crucial part in your well-being, honey, overall quality of life, and just your overall health, babe. Just your overall health. So, number one, let's get into it. Your mental health. Yeah. Your emotional well-being is scientifically linked to your mental health. Neglecting your emotions can lead to the development of mental health issues such as anxiety, depression, or chronic stress. Okay. Number two, your physical health. Unmanaged emotions can manifest physically. That means what? Headaches, digestive issues. We talked about it. High blood pressure. It weakens your immunity. What does that mean? It means that you'll get sick all the time. Have you found yourself getting sick all the time? It's springtime. Oh, you're talking about, oh, that's allergies. Is it really? Is it really? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. Okay? Pay attention to your body. I shared with you guys last year, my emotions were so riled up. What? Anxiety, anger is an emotion. So much in my body that my whole body responded and swelled up. Inflammation throughout my body from my toes all the way up to my belly. Mm-hmm. I know you're thinking you're having those headaches I've always had these headaches since I was little. What have you been around? What emotions are trapped in your body? What are you holding? What are you not saying? Right? Things are happening to us. And what's happening? Are we saying anything about them? We're holding it, and it's affecting our bodies, right? Number three, your relationships. Very important, plays a significant role in relationships. Unresolved emotions usually put a stress and a strain on relationships. It affects communication with your family, with your friends, with your colleagues. You ever been in a situation, you've been in a relationship, you're just holding stuff in, sitting up wondering why you're responding, you're snappy. Why are you so snappy? Why are you acting crazy? Why are you talking like that? You haven't said anything, but you angry about something. Something wrong. But you ain't said nothing. Can't figure out why people always, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with you? What's you? Your relationships. Nobody wants to be around you. Or either you just isolate, right? A lot of people will just isolate because you feel misunderstood. You feel mistreated. You feel, all of these things. You're not dealing with them. It affects your relationships. Again, family, friends, and colleagues. Number four, why are we dealing with our emotions? It affects your decision making. Honey, you can't make rational decisions. Everything up there gets all cloudy and foggy and stress, right? Or you get impulsive. F this. Have you ever been on some F this? Mm-hmm. That was an emotional response. You know what? F this BS, right? Have you ever had that feeling? You could be talking about, again, friends. You could be talking about relationships. You could be talking about your job. That's an emotional response. That's an emotional, I'm laughing because, honey, I have been there. I'm done. You've been in a relationship at the end of, hey, uh, done. Done. Yeah, your girl have gotten up in an emotional response. Your girl has gotten up. Everything got to go. It, just the sight of the stuff was making me. I was feeling something. Everything got to go. I done threw everything outside. I have cut stuff up. Mm-hmm. I know y'all said, Michelle, you don't even look like it. Yeah, try them emotions. Boy, they will have you doing some stuff. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cheating. Mm-hmm. I cut. These the pants you had on? Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't do that though. That's them 20 emotions. That was in them 20s. Irrational. What if your emotions had you doing the decision making? It just get cloudy. Everything gets cloudy. Get a hold of them emotions. Number 5. Coping skills, honey. Your coping skills. Taking care of your emotions involves developing healthy coping mechanisms to manage your stress and difficult situations effectively. When you under a lot of stress and a lot of, just feeling like everything is just on you, it's hard. That is how people, get to a point of having suicidal thoughts. That is how people get to a point of, I don't feel like anybody cares about me. Your coping skills are not, it's just not there. It's stuff and it's people that have handled, you've handled and handled and handled and handled and handled for so long, but it piles up and piles up and piles up. And when you haven't dealt with your emotions, that is one of the reasons why you start feeling as if you are alone in things. You start feeling as if whatever, your emotions have control of you. You will self-destruct. And so it is a very, 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 this is so very, very important. It's so very important. Coping skills. Number 6, self-awareness. These are 15 reasons, rational reasons why we have to get control of our emotions. Self-awareness. Being in touch with your emotions can foster your self-awareness, allowing you to understand yourself better and identify patterns of behavior. It does no good to you to have everybody else say, you know what? You always angry. You always holding on to stuff. You stuck. You doing this. You doing that. It doesn't do any good for anybody else to continue to say that to you, and you don't understand and say it to yourself. No one knows you better than you. When you respond a certain way to certain things, you feel bad about it. Yeah. But are you feeling bad about it enough to want to fix it? Have you talked bad enough to enough people that now you want to fix that? I know myself in them 20s, honey, this mouth of mine, I've shared it before. I will slice you with the words, honey. Slice, cut you in half. You have to be aware of who you are and how you are showing up in the world. Self-awareness is everything, because your emotions will have you slicing and dicing everybody, people that don't even deserve it. You just slicing somebody trying to help you out and you done cut them in half. Cussing, fussing. Mm-hmm. Self-awareness. Number 7, resilience. Emotionally resilient individuals can bounce back from setbacks and challenges more effectively. This helps you to adapt to life's ups and downs. When you don't have control of your emotions, you don't feel like you can cope. You might all of a sudden, it's one more thing piled on you, and that resilience, it breaks. Why? Because you haven't controlled that emotion. You're holding things in, right? You're holding it in. You can't do it. Or if you are communicating, you're over communicating, right? Instead of just expressing yourself, just letting somebody know what's going on with you. Hey, what's wrong? When you did this, it made me feel this way. It affected me like this. When you said this, it did this to me. When you did that to me, this is what happened in my head. I haven't let some things go. It messes with you. Emotional resilience. We all have it. But sometimes you just have stuff piling up. That bounce back just ain't there. It gets old real quick and fast. Number 8, empathy and compassion. Understanding and managing your emotions can lead to increased empathy and compassion towards others. Honey, it ain't nothing like having a little empathy and compassion. All of us have done some things that we're not proud of. All of us make mistakes, right? We sit and we judge people. I did a video on forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of those emotions. Anger is one of those emotions that will hold you hostage. Yeah, you didn't know your emotions could hold you hostage, baby. Hold you hostage. Fear had me for 20 years. I did a video about it. Go to the YouTube channel. I can't go over this stuff today. I'm on a time schedule. Go to the YouTube channel, honey. Fear, anger, forgiveness, unforgiveness, guilt, shame, all those emotions. Empathy and compassion, and showing how you can have empathy and compassion for somebody that's done something to you is a way and a method that, we teach here at Reflection Shoes and Me Guilt Free in one of my programs, because for a long time, honey, I had a list of people on my forgiveness list, and then I had a person on my forgiveness. I didn't even have them on the list. But I didn't understand how not having empathy and compassion for all things. I know people have hurt you, right? People have done things to you. Nope, you ain't done nothing to them. Nope, I know you didn't deserve it, right? But sitting up holding that emotion inside of you is just like drinking poison and expecting for somebody else to die. Yeah, it's that serious. And so it's important, right? It's important to try to figure out a way. And if you don't know, go to the YouTube channel, honey. Look at that forgiveness video. I give you some examples of how I did it in my life. Wasn't easy. It's a daily practice, but it's a necessary practice, okay? Number 9, productivity. Your productivity, honey. Emotional well-being positively affects productivity and performance in your life. Work, academics, personal projects. Listen, when you're trying to get stuff done, especially when you're filled with purpose, and that is another thing Reflection Choosing Me is about, is helping you get toward purpose, honey. When you are trying to work toward things and get toward purpose, it's way harder when your emotions are controlling everything. You can't focus, right? You in your mind think you wanted to get something done. You think you're going to do this. You want them emotions, that depression, the anxiety of it all. Too much, right? So it affects your productivity. So you got to get control of those emotions. Number 10, life satisfaction. Oh, honey, this is important. We're talking 15 ways, 15 reasons why we need to get control of our emotions. Life satisfaction. When you take care of your emotions, you are more likely to experience high levels of life satisfaction and contentment. Baby, what does that mean? That means can't nobody steal your joy, honey. When you are making sure and checking your emotions, guess what? You have a joy inside of you. When you heal from some things, you get some joy inside of you. Say the world didn't give it to me and the world can't take it away. Honey, that's where you go. You go to a place that I call generational wealth, honey. It's more than money. It's priceless. Generational wealth is an abundance, honey, of love, peace, joy, happiness, understanding, faith. Yeah, life satisfaction. That's where you want to get to. You can't allow these emotions to hold you hostage, to keep, you know why? because you deserve to live. Yeah, instead of just existing. You deserve to enjoy life. Yeah. Be satisfied. Romans 8:28, that thing, any and every situation. Babe, I know you've been through some stuff. I'm just saying, we all have been through some things. So what are you going to do? What you going to do? You got to focus. You got to get intentional. Okay? Very important. Number 11, reducing conflict. I always get an itch when I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like just random itches. Okay. Reduce conflict. Emotional regulation and expression can lead to fewer conflicts in relationship, both personal and professional. Reduce conflicts. What does that mean, babe? That means communicate. Communicate when something is going on with you. Don't nobody know. You sitting up there all mad and angry. Don't nobody know what's wrong with you. Did you tell somebody? Did you say, when you did it? You ain't saying nothing. You just walking around mad, angry. You want to argue. I can't argue with you. You mad. Number 11, reduce conflict. Number 12, enhance communication, honey. We've been talking about it. Enhance communication. Emotional intelligence. And that's what this is. Emotional intelligence enhances communication skills. Makes it easier to express yourself and understand others. You're not coming from a place like you're going to argue. Some people are in a conversation and they're listening to respond. You're not listening to what the person is saying. You're listening to respond. Oh, I got one up. Oh, you think you're going to say this? I got that. I got to come back for that. Are you listening, honey? Are you listening? Enhanced communication. I did a video. I told y'all about this before because it's so important to me. I did a interview some years ago. I was still in Baltimore when I interviewed president of the hospital, beautiful spirit, Mr. Sheldon Stein. He is the president of Mount Washington Pediatric Hospital. And we did this interview and he said, I asked him, I said, what is the most important thing that you have learned over all of the years? At that point, it had been 20 some years. He had been, in position and in leadership. And he said, it doesn't matter where you're working, whether it's downstairs in the basement, upstairs on the middle, or upstairs in the executive office. He said, it doesn't matter what it is. He said that whenever there's an issue or a problem, it always boils down to, I found that it's always boiled down to communication. Either you're not communicating at all, you didn't communicate enough, or you communicated too much. You didn't communicate at all. Who's holding stuff in? Are you holding stuff in? You only communicated a little bit. You said something, but did you tell the whole story? Did you really tell how you were feeling? Did you say how it affected you? I didn't like that. Oh, okay. When you said that to me, it reminded me of something when I was younger, and it made me feel unworthy. It made me feel like you didn't appreciate me. It made me feel, I don't like it when you do that. Don't do that to me. I had a coworker, one of my really good friends, that had a situation at work. I pulled her to the side. I said, "Hey, you of all people, you know me. Don't do that to me. Don't say that to me. Don't treat me like that. I love you." Right? It makes a difference when you say something, how you say it, right? And for you to, we have this thing where we talk about each other instead of dealing with the situation. You would just go talk about somebody behind their back. Why? How are they going to fix it if you don't talk to them and tell them? Tell me if I've hurt you. Tell me if I've done something to you. How will I know? How can I fix it? Will you give me the opportunity?
Have you given that person the opportunity? Now, of course, now we don't talked about this, and we talk about it a little bit more in the forgiveness video. Everybody everybody is not. This don't apply to all situations. I'm going to say it like that. This don't apply to all situations. But about 85% of the time, okay? 85% of the time, there's some situations and some things. Go watch the forgiveness video. All right. Number 13, improve decisions. I'll be laughing at myself because I'm telling you right now. Your girl has come a long way. I'm just saying. Number 13, improved decisions. Managing emotions can help you approach decisions with clarity and wisdom, right? Avoiding impulsive choices driven solely by strong feelings. I posted a video when I listed this, and it's a judge. Oh, I can't think of her name right now. I want to call her Karen, but that's not it. I can't think of her name. Lord have mercy. Anyway, the judge was talking about her brother and how she had to put her brother in jail. One of her first cases was putting her brother in jail, and her brother was so, you could tell he was responding with emotion, because he was like, instead of doing community service, instead of doing whatever, he was like, I don't care. I don't put me in jail. I'll do the year. I'll do it. It don't matter. Right? Those are all emotional responses. When somebody come back, if you've ever said, I don't care about what she said, I don't care. That I don't care, honey. That's the thing you care about the most. I just want to let you in on that. When you talk about what you don't care about, especially when it comes to people that are supposed to love you, people that might be your friends, people, you know what I mean, that might feel that supposed to have your back. Situations like that, and you're talking about what you don't care about. Come on, boo. Why are you responding? Why is the emotional response coming up so much? Because you do care. Stop saying you don't care about stuff. Communicate that thing out a little bit better. Because again, you're holding that trapped emotion in your body. While you talking about you don't care. Creating cancer. That's what you're doing. Creating high blood pressure. Yeah. Creating headaches. Creating back pain. Creating diarrhea. Creating reflux. All diseases, right? You're creating those things, talking about what you don't care about. Ain't no future in your fronting, boo. Ain't no future in your fronting. Stop fronting, acting like you don't care about stuff when you do. You ain't doing nobody any harm but you. You're harming yourself. All right, I'm moving on. 14, a sense of control. We're talking 15 things that you can do to help acknowledge your emotions in your body. 15, a sense of control of why it's important, to acknowledge the emotions in your body. Taking care of your emotions empowers you to have a sense of control over your life, leading to self-confidence and self-esteem. Honey, it ain't nothing like when I sat up and I said, you know what? I'm not going to take this rape in what was that year? I think it was 2020 that year. I'm not taking this with me. That was me taking control of my life. That was me not allowing. You know why? Because twice I had been driving and I thought I saw the guy that raped me. And you know what happened? My heart started flaring. I started getting a panic attack. I had all this control. I had loss of control. That happened when I was in my 20s, over 20 years ago. Why is that still controlling my life? Right? The emotion of it all was still controlling my life. What are you allowing? What things have happened to you that you're allowing still to control your life? Right? When you take control of these things, when you take control of the emotions, you actually gain that control. You have confidence in that. I've shared before. I've talked to them. I sent them a message. I said, I'm not taking this in. I sent the message. We had the conversation. And guess what now? It doesn't control me like it used to. I said what I needed to say, right? What are some things that you need to say? What are some things that you need to get off you? What are some situations that you haven't dealt with that are trapped inside of you that you are allowing to control your life? Take back control of your life. Yes, you have the power to do that. Each and every day that you wake up on this side of heaven, you have an opportunity, another opportunity to do that. Number 15, emotional fulfillment. Nurturing positive emotions and dealing constructively with negative ones contributes to a more emotionally fulfilling life. Honey, it is overall an emotional fulfilling life. Again, a life of generational wealth. Those are the emotions that you want to control you. Emotions of love, emotions of peace, emotions of faith, right? Emotions and understanding, emotions and joy. Yes, emotions and happiness. Those are the emotions that you want to control you, not the anger, not the fear, not the self-doubt, not the guilt, not the shame, right? Not the unworthiness. Yeah, when you get to a point where you know you have control of your emotions, honey, it's another life. It's another level. It's chains and bondage that you have been like allowing to hold you hostage. So guess what? You're free to fly. It's like you start another life. The story of an eagle, right? It says an eagle lives 70 years and it flies. It has a choice, because somebody out there like, I'm too old for this. I've been living this long. It says it's too late for me. I'm telling you this right here. The story of the eagle, honey. The eagle can live up to 70 years. At 70 years, the eagle has a choice. If it wants to continue to live, it has to pluck all of its feathers out, break its own beak, and then wait to heal for a new layer of feathers to grow, for a new beak, because it's vulnerable. It's painful. It's a painful process. I hear somebody out there that has been in pain for years, right? For years, allowing these emotions to control you. But I'm here to tell you again, honey, as long as you're on this side of heaven, you have opportunity. You have a chance. You have a choice, boo. And what a beautiful thing when I realized in 2019 that since 2015, I had allowed myself to spiral in depression and anxiety and panic attack, all emotional responses from what? My big mama and my dad and my stepfather passing away. It was an emotional response I didn't even know that I was having. For 2 years, I suffered before I even realized what it was. Grief, huge. Grief is the loss of something, of someone, of relationship, of a life that you thought you were going to have. After the divorce, that was an emotional response. I started drinking. It was an emotional response. I didn't want to feel. I was smoking. I didn't want to feel. Instead of taking a breath of fresh air, honey, I was taking a breath and smoking a little bit. Took it away. Took it away. Yeah, took it away. I don't care what it is. Cigarettes, weed, black and miles. It helps, honey. It gets in there, and them chemicals, honey, they just help you to calm down. Right? when you can't calm down yourself, taking a little drink, help take the crazy away, help you to calm down, help you forget the crazy that you've been through, help you to forget the crazy that you're in. It's an emotional response. It feels good. But how long, honey? It's temporary. So what you got to do? You got to keep drinking. You got to keep smoking. I made a choice. It feels good for the moment, Lord, but I don't want this to control me. I don't want to respond like that. It's no judgment, honey. There's no judgment, right? Hey, Don. Hey, Boo. Hey, Queen. There's no judgment. We all handle things differently. Some people like, Michelle, I didn't even know you was drinking. I didn't even know you was smoking. Yeah, because I learned that early on. It was in my 20s. And I made a conscious decision. I wanted to be able to focus while I was in nursing school. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to respond like that anymore. I could remember when I was manager of the outpatient department and I was so stressed. And I would say to my vice president, I'm like, ooh, I'm zooming past all the liquor stores. I'm zooming past all the liquor stores. And finally, I guess I was saying it so much. She said, why? Why you keep saying that? Why are you saying? Because I said, I remember a time because I really wanted to drink. I really wanted to drink. And in my head, I want to drink and be in control. I want to drink socially. I want to have a glass of wine with my girlfriends and chill and laugh and whatever else, right? I don't want to drink because I have to take a drink. That is allowing your emotions to control you. That is, for me, right? That is allowing. So I made a conscious decision. I'm not going to respond to my crazy like that. What am I going to do? I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to fast. I'm going to make a very intentional decision to communicate. If I don't communicate with anybody else, guess who I'm communicating with? Myself. Michelle, we're not doing this no more. Michelle, we're not responding like this anymore. Right now, my body I'm fighting to get my body back of what I allowed in 2022. You know why? Because I responded in emotion and I was back up to 270 pounds. Because not only did the inflammation come, but so did the eating. I'm a food addict. I'm a food addict. Any more food addicts out there? You respond to stress, to trauma, to anything with food. I'm a food addict, right? That's real. It's an emotional response. No judgment. Addiction is an emotional response. You're responding to something. Only you, right? Only you. Nobody can come and tell me. I was grateful at the time when I was drinking. I had a friend, he came and he said to me, he said, are you okay? Anthony, he said, are you okay? I'm like this, yeah, I'm fine. What you talking about? He said, I see you smiling, but that's not your smile. I played it off, right? Like we all do. I played it off. Boy, she crazy. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. The famous words, I'm good. But was I good? I wasn't. I was scared. At that point, my husband had came home, said he didn't want to be married anymore. And not only did he do that, but he came back and then he said, I changed my mind. And he came and got me. And then I went home. And I went home for a couple months and then he said, no, I don't want to be married anymore. And I said, okay. And I left. And then what did he do? He came back and got me. And then what happened? He said, I don't want to be married anymore. And so I said, okay. And I left. And I allowed that to go on back and forth. Did I process those emotions? Did I say anything at that point? Did I say how you make? Did I say, yo, you know what? When you come home every time and you say that you want to be married and then you tell me you don't, it makes me feel like this. Did I say any of those words? No, I didn't. You know what I did is I left. Because in me, I don't want to be with anybody that don't want to be with me. Right? For me, I watched my father be in this situation. I don't know what the hell the situation was, but I knew I didn't want to be in a situation like that. And so I was like, yo, I'm not going to ever be in a situation like that. So you know what I did? I left. Okay, I'm good. Was I good though? I wasn't good. I started drinking. I started smoking. Yeah, I wasn't good. But when Anthony said that to me, I had a choice. Yeah, I said I joked it off with him. But when I got home that night, I had a choice. I could continue to act as if everything was okay. Or I can get to a point where I make a decision that it's a crossroad, babe. It's a crossroad. The choice is not that everything is over and everything is going to be done. It's just the beginning of a journey, of a different journey. I decided I'm not going to go down this fake ass road no more. I don't want to be phony anymore. I don't want to travel on that phony ass road. I want to come over here and be in this genuinely good road. It's a journey to get to where you genuinely good, where you genuinely feel joy, where you genuinely are happy, right? Where you genuinely are not allowing fear to control you, where you genuinely, right, are not allowing the shame and the guilt and the decisions of your past and the trauma to control you. It's a conscious decision that only you can make. You can continue to say, I'm good, and there's no judgment with that, because sometimes that drink and that smoke is necessary, right, to get you through. That's what you feel. That's what's been helping you. But somebody watching this is at a point where you're like, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. Whether it's drinking, smoking, the food addiction, whatever it is, you know what it is. I don't want to argue like this anymore. I don't want to let my anger control me. I don't want to hurt the people that I love anymore. That was a conscious decision. I was very snappy. I was allowing my emotions to control me. My oldest would come to me. She said, she would jokingly say, oh, you want to allow my youngest, you want to allow her to get away with that? You want to allow her to do that? You know why? Because I was snappy when I was in my 20s. I was 17 when I was pregnant with her. I was a child. Not an excuse. But allowing fear and anger and all of the stuff, right? Just the doubting, the insecurities, all of that to get the best of me at that time. I was snappy. I was angry. I was angry with my husband. Did I acknowledge that? I didn't. You know what I did? I held it in and I kept on going. And I went through studying and I got to take care of this girl. You don't think I was mad about the fact that you promised me that you were going to be there and take care of us and do, you don't let your promises go? You don't think I was angry about that? I was. But did I acknowledge it at the time? I didn't. I continued on. But you know how the anger showed up? In the snappiness, right? It's a subconscious, honey. Your emotions can control you very much subconsciously. And that is why you got to acknowledge. You got to look yourself in the mirror, right? I have control. I don't want to respond like that. I don't want to be with that. What do I need to do? You got 15 things. What do I need to do? Which one of these things on this list do I need to start? I needed all 15. I needed all 15. What road are you taking? 15 minutes, honey, to help you to start getting control of your emotions. Whether you take 15 minutes and write in a journal to get some things off of you, whether you take 15 minutes to talk about it because you don't feel like you can talk to anybody, whether you take 15 minutes to make you an appointment to see a therapist, whether you take 15 minutes to go to your doctor to say, hey, doc, I'm feeling some kind of way. What can I do about this? Whether you take 15 minutes to look up some resources, whether you take 15 minutes to make an appointment with your girl, Reflections, Choosing Me, guilt-free, honey, this is what I do all day, every day. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you get the help from, honey. I'm just telling you that I know I needed some help. And I know there are good, genuine people out there just like me that are suffering in silence because they don't have control of their emotions because you don't have control over your emotions. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do that anymore. You do have a choice. And there it is, right? Just like that. It's your girl, Michelle Franklin, honey. Miss Michelle D.I. herself. Why D.I.? For divine intervention, honey. It is no coincidences in this world. Only God's divine intervention in our lives. And so, if you need some help with your emotions, holla at your girl. I can help you. If not, babe, just go down that list. Make you a checklist. Go back. Look at the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions. It's all intertwined. It's all working together. And you're worthy, right? You don't have to just be living. You don't have to just be. You can actually live. Mm-hmm. Like Spike Lee at the end of the school days. What'd he say? Wake up, boo. It's time to wake up. All right. Listen. This is what I do. This is why I'm a community builder, honey. I brings you the good information. I help you to have the uncomfortable conversations that you need to have with who? Yourself. Because you are the most important person. And only you have the power to change and do the things that need to be done. Yeah. Don't be waiting for nobody to come save you, honey. Yeah, you can save yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Save yourself, babe. And then go back and help some other people. Yeah. That's why we're doing this. I need people to strengthen themselves so that you can get strong enough so you can go back and help some other people. Yeah, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm a little bit stronger now. It's a journey. I'm getting my Harriet Tubman on. Let me come back in and see who else I can grab, who I can help. All right. Stay tuned, honey. Go to the YouTube channel. It is Reflections CMGF, Choosing Me Guilt Free. Reflections, Choosing Me Guilt Free. For anything that you might have missed, because we are live. You know your girls will be doing a series. We're going to continue to do a series. The next series that we're doing is on relationships. Relationships with who? The most important person that you have a relationship with, boo? Yourself. Yes, that is the most important relationship, honey. The relationship with yourself. So join your girl. Every time I feel like I post the time this life happens, life be life, and try to throw your girl off on her journey, but you know I'm determined. So just watch for it. Set yourself subscribe, honey, so every time there's something new pop up, you get the notification. All right, I'm done. Look, I feel like I'm done. Mm-hmm. I'm done for the day. Yeah, it's your girl, Michelle Allen Franklin, honey. Mrs. Michelle D.I., Mrs. Community Builder, letting you know, just like Mr. Les Brown, honey, I aspire to inspire until I expire. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm doing. What you doing?